All right, guys. So this is I know it's Friday. Okay, so this is the Thursday lesson quiz / assessment. We're doing a lesson 5 quiz. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to explain each number to you, but I'm not going to answer it. You are responsible for that portion, okay? But I will talk you through pretty much most of it, but you have to do the work. Now, don't worry about there only being like 5 questions, or actually 4. There are more questions because each question itself can have many different parts to it. So you have to just don't worry about the number of problems. Okay, so for this portion, you are going to be doing a little bit of math, of course. Okay, a shelving company has 2,483 shelving units to each of the 417 warehouses. How many shelving units did the company have in all? That's just a simple multiplication problem, guys. Very simple multiplication problem. You just set it up like you would. You have the two numbers here. So if there is 2,483 shelving units in each warehouse, and there's 417 warehouses, how many do they have in all? You may need to get another clean sheet of notebook paper to do this. If you do, get a clean sheet of notebook paper, and usually the kids in the classroom do get a clean sheet of notebook paper. On there, make sure you label it Lesson 5 Quiz, and put your first and last name over here. So like I would put Riley Moore, and then the date, which would be it's already October 10/01/2020, and you'll just start with number 1 over here. Okay, so just work out your problem. It's 2,483 times 417. If you want to use the distributive property, if you want to use area model, or if you want to do the traditional method, whichever one you feel more comfortable with to get the answer. Okay, number 2. It says which expressions are equivalent to 647 times 309. Okay, it says circle all answers, all the correct answers. There are 2 correct answers. Okay, there are 2. Now, remember, to get here, to answer these questions, number 1, look to see if they decompose the number correctly. And if they did, make sure they're using the numbers. Okay. The next one is make sure they have one number. Just make sure the numbers are correct. Okay, and go through here. Basically, what we're doing here is we're looking to make sure that they decompose the numbers correctly. Okay, that's all we're looking for. And I will tell you this, like for letter D, you may want to look at setting up on a clean sheet of notebook paper, kind of like what an area model would look like, and that's probably what they're trying to do in these last 2. So just do that, okay? There are 2 correct answers. Look to make sure they decompose correctly, and then if you do the area model, make sure the numbers match. Okay, just do the area model. Okay, now if you remember from the other day, a few days ago, we did a problem very similar to this. And what we had to do, we had to find 2 different numbers. When multiplied by 4, give me an 8 at the end. The other time, it was a number multiplied by 4 that gave me a 6. And I knew that 4 times 4 was 16, and 4 times 9 is 36. So now you have to go through and we have to find out which number, now it has to be a single digit, so 0 through 9, which numbers can we multiply by 4 to end with an 8? You'll have 2 of them. You'll put the first one here and the first one here. Now remember, this right here is the answer to the problem. Okay, this is the answer. So once you have your number put in these blanks, you're going to have to, on your sheet of notebook paper, you're going to have to work these problems out and put the numbers in the blanks. So whatever number you choose, I'm looking back real quick. 1 second. I think it was, yeah. See, going back to Monday. We chose the number 4, but we had to work the whole problem out. And then we slipped in the numbers that were the answers. Okay, that's what we did over here too. Remember, we did it on a clean sheet of notebook paper. Okay, so that's what you're doing down there. So find a number. So number 1, you're going to find 2 numbers when multiplied by 4 end in 8. Okay, that's your first thing. Number 2, you're going to work each problem out. Okay, and then number 3, input your answer. Your answer goes in these. Just okay. Now look, you already have a 3 and an 8 right here, so you just put the middle numbers in. Okay, you don't have to rewrite the 3. Okay. Next, number 4 has 2 parts. It has an A and a B. Okay, it says Janelle can drive an average of 295 miles on 1 tank of gas. How many miles can she drive on 16 gallons of gas? First off, she's getting horrible gas mileage. Only 295 miles. It's not a lot. Okay, so Sarah is trying to figure this problem out. So Sarah over here created an area model. Okay, she created the area model to solve the problem. Now, we have a number box up here. You need to fill in the blanks. Now, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blanks. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numbers. So we're not going to use all the numbers. Okay? You're not. You're only going to use 6. So, number 1, remember, decompose the number. Okay? Then number 2, multiply. Okay, you multiply to get the partial products. And then number 3, you add the partial products. Okay? Now, for me, down here, and this up here, it says to show your work. Here's what I want you to do. You've already done the area model up here, and that is fine. But for part of this problem, I want you to, over here in this corner, right here, I want you to add the partial products together. I just misspelled products. Okay, so you're just going to add them in this area right over here, okay? Now, why I want you to do that is when you come down here, you are going to do this problem in the traditional method. So, once you get this answer, if your area model partial products add up, and that answer is the same as your traditional method, you're good to go. If they're not, we need to either check our multiplication or our addition. Okay, or it could be both. So you're going to give me an answer here and an answer down here. And then your final answer goes in there. So that is, and I'll just give you a little heads up. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'll do this as 18, 19, 20. Okay, so you have 20 problems. So each one of these problems are worth 5 points. But I will tell you this. With the multiplication, when you work your problem, you do get credit for working the problem. So I suggest you pay very close attention. Let's say if you work this problem out, you got everything right until you got to the addition. Well, I may just take off 2 points for that instead of, you'll see an X right here. No, you won't. Sorry. Just don't pay attention to that. You'll see probably like a -2 because I took 2 points off because you made a mistake. I'm not going to take the whole thing away from you because you made an addition problem mistake. That's just something we can do. Okay, down here, you have to have those numbers in here. I can't do anything about that. But also, please turn in your paper that you did this on, okay? Because I could give credit on that. Okay, right here, I need to see it. Let me see it. I most definitely need to see this one, okay? And then your answer. Okay, so that's 20 questions. They're worth 5 points apiece. And remember, anytime you work around a multiplication problem, you will have the opportunity for partial credit because to show me your work. So that's it. Good luck. Try your best. Take your time. Okay? Take your time. If on Friday, if you're taking this test and you have a really quick question, just hit me up with an email and I will try to get, if I'm near my email, I'll try to get it back with you as soon as I can, okay? Good luck. Have a good fall break. And that's it. I'll talk to y'all later.